I was with a woman who already had a child. We had a child together. But what was very apparent to me within that relationship was that I was not allowed to discipline this child the way I could discipline my own child, right? Because the child still had the father in their life. The father would have something to say about it if I disciplined the child in a certain way. And so there's a lot of men out here saying that they wouldn't get with a woman. A lot of men saying they wouldn't get with a woman who already has a child because you get a lot of the benefits. Sorry, you don't get all of the benefits of being a father, right? But you have the responsibility as a father. So it's like, what is the incentive for men to actually get with women who actually already have children when you know that at some point in time you are going to be reminded that that child ain't yours?
I'm going to be controversial and say I think the father should look after the kid.
They're better off statistically.
Yeah.
Kids are better off after the age of like 8 with their fathers over their mothers, especially even financially. Like single fathers tend to be better with money than single mothers.
Oh wait, no, I'm talking about I think the stepdad should look after the step kid.
Oh, the stepdad. Okay,
Yeah,
the
reason why I say this is because you're picking the woman. You know she's got a kid already, so you should assume that you're gonna have to look after her kid, even though she might not want you to. It's like
you're picking the woman, not the child.
No, but you know she's got a child, so you're picking the woman and the child.
If
it's
he
not
chooses
like
to marry her,
yeah, like it's like she's not gonna like put the kid up for adoption. Like it's like no, you know they're coming as a pair, so you got to prepare yourself already to be like, you know what, I might not be able to discipline him the way that I want to. I'm going to have to pay for his this. I'm going to have to pay for that. I'm going to have to pay for that. I know I'm going to have to get this in my ear about how you're talking to him. Please talk to me instead of talking to the kid. And I know you're going to get that.
But I think that stepdads should be allowed to discipline the kids because like that it's what he's signing up for. If he's going to take on the responsibility, he should get.
But it was
But mothers
your
don't
fault
allow
though.
you to do it though.
Yeah,
Because
that's
they
what
would
I was just
definitely
about to say
remind you
that.
that that's not your child, that's my child. I'll discipline the child.
Yeah, then-
9 times out of 10, that's what mothers will do.
Yeah,
Sorry,
the
Sean,
door's
you're saying
there.
You disagreed though.
The door's there.
No, I think if it's not natural, it's not organic, you can't force someone into obligation. If you do that, it builds resentment. And that's like coercive control. That's like mental abuse. And women complain about that all the time. And what I notice as well with the women I know that's like that, they're usually hypocritical. There's double standards. They can do that kind of parent and say, oh, well, he's not my child if the father has one already. But if we do that, it's a big problem. This is what I disagree with.
Yeah, that's why men like oftentimes don't get involved with single moms because it's too confusing for them. I'm allowed to do this, but not that, and I'm taking on the responsibility, but I don't get any of the authority. And that's why a lot of times they come out and say it's a bad deal.
And do you know what that does to children? Children, even if you've got like 2 children, one's yours and one's not yours, that other child sees that child gets treated differently, right? And so that child, one of the children know that if they're left with stepdad, they can probably get away with a little bit more than they could if it was actual dad. Do you know what I mean? And so they'll push the boundaries. Listen, trust me, I've been there. I've been there. Like they will push the boundaries there because they know you can't discipline me like my mum can discipline you or my dad can discipline me.
You say that in my experience, obviously I'm not saying this for everybody, but in my experience, my first son's mother, her eldest favoured me. At one point, he drew me in place of his dad in his primary school book. And all because I gave him routine and structure. I wasn't too pally-pally with him. I said, look, this is the boundaries. You're stressing out your mother. You got a certain bedtime, you have to go to bed. He said, you need to help her out. Because I said, a lot of the time she's running around and you're capable. He could iron his clothes. He was good at folding. So I said, you need to give him a bit more responsibility. And what I found amazing at the time, I thought he'd despise me, but he actually we started to really get on. Yeah, and then a second child, I think because his dad weren't actually around, he favoured me as well. So that middle one actually handled me better than my own son.
But you know, that's
so
what a lot of women will see that.
Always,
They will see that and they will say that as a bad thing, not knowing that you're actually helping the youth. So
no, to be fair, his mother, she actually liked it. She encouraged it, which I found was a bit peculiar.
So because
he's the first one.
Okay. So we're talking about like women that don't want their partner to discipline the kid. So like even when he's like being a man in the house and being like, bro, like pick up that and whatever. Like she might not like it, but he might like it. Like when I grew up with a stepdad, my mom wouldn't know like certain times like Do you know what I mean? I'd be like, raw. Like now I'm looking back, I'm like, this man's amazing, bro. Like, do you know what I mean? Like he took me on as a stepson and treated me like all his other children. And
Did you push the boundaries with him, knowing that was your actual biological dad around?
yeah. It was a bit of a rich dad, poor dad. Like, so basically, I was brought up in Trinidad and England, and Trinidad, then England.
Right.
My dad was here. My stepdad was in Trinidad
Right.
with my mum, and he was Muslim. So I was on the militant IS style. You know what I'm saying? Without the terrorism part. But you know what I'm trying to say? Like 5 times a day, like Ramadan, everything ready. But I'm saying, when I look back at that now, that was discipline, bro. Do you know what I mean? I wouldn't see it as that. I would be like, bro, this bro is so annoying. Like, who do you think he is? My dad? Do you think you're my dad?
Do you think times have changed now, though? Like, do you think times have changed? Like, do you think children show stepfathers and mothers, adults in general, the same respect that they did when you were growing up?
It depends on who's the parent.